Hey, what's up, Get Mental? I hope you guys are doing well today. It's your favorite entrepreneur, motivational speaker, T. Smith. And boy, do we have an amazing message today, right? So today's topic, guys, is what do women do wrong in relationships? And what I want to share today is from a man's perspective, having been in several relationships in my life. And, we just wanted to have fun with this topic this week so that we can really hit home on some different type of perspectives when it comes to love and really taking things to the next level. So first and foremost, let me just tell you guys that a lot of us, before I even dive in this topic, that most of us have a dysfunctional perspective about love. I was talking to Cecile the other day, and we were talking about The Notebook and all of these love and basketball movies, all of these hopeless romantic movies where the guy ends up marrying the woman of his life, and everything just rides off into the sunset. But I want you guys to understand that in real life, most of us have never identified what love really looks like other than the movies. And so all we really have to base off our real life experiences are fictional characters whom came out of somebody's mind, as a movie. But what I want to share today is that never growing up, never seeing what love really was as a kid, growing up in a single family home, is that, I've never, had the model to understand what love looks like and what it feels like. So understanding coming from that perspective, that as we move forward in life, a lot of things and people we look at are through a filter, right? We look at everything through a filter of our past pain and past hurt and all the breakdowns in our life. So just laying that foundation, moving forward, ladies, a lot of times, one thing that I want to definitely hit on today is that a lot of times you bring old luggage into new vacations, right? You bring old luggage into new situations. And what I mean by that is sometimes, it's hard to live in a moment when you've had so many bad ones. And sometimes, lady, if you're not aware, ladies, that you are actually, blame the new guy for some old breakdowns in your life. And even though they have different characteristics, this is a new man. Sometimes when you looking through the old filter, it does not matter how good somebody is if you're not good to yourself. So a lot of times ladies will take out on a new guy what was supposed to have been had with the last guy. You feel me? So you want to be cautious that you don't make the people that's here to love you, you don't actually turn them away. So, understand that in order to move forward and really to have a healthy and successful relationship, you got to unpack certain bags. And that's not the new guy's job. The new guy job is not to unpack your bags. It's to hold your hand while you're unpacking your bags. And what I mean by that is that's a personal development journey. You got to provide peace for yourself before somebody else can give it to you. So my first nugget today was leave the past in the past. Are you capable of right now living in the moment, right? So let me just hit on that real quick. Your success is coming from your imagination, not your memory. Ladies, so when you're thinking about the relationships, when you're thinking about the man that you want, it should come from your future, not from your past. And if you're only focused on your memory, the things that you've been through, the things you don't like, the things you're not going to put up with, you're going to attract that in your life. Okay? You're going to attract that in your life. Even if they're good, your energy will press them to do things and do the things that you're afraid and don't want them to do, right? You see all the time where a woman will, nowadays they'll, think that you're cheating, they'll convict you of cheating and this and that, and you may not even be doing nothing. But if she has that past stuck in her, now she'll talk to you in that nature, she'll address you in that nature, and sooner or later, if you hang around the barbershop long enough, you'll get a haircut. So if you always tell me I'm a cheater, you're pressing me, you're stressing me, you're doubting me, you make it hard for people to love you, sooner or later to get a piece of mind, I am going to go cheat. I am gonna go have some sex because you is tripping, right? So my point is that, don't push them away, right? That's not the move. Now, the second thing, right? I want you guys to know how, ladies, how evidence peace of mind is. So, ladies, what you don't want to do in a relationship or getting into a relationship, what a lot of women do is the pressure, right? You don't never want to pressure a guy into marrying you, into doing certain things that you like to do. You don't want to pressure him, because if you got to pressure him, then you got to convince him, and this shouldn't be love. That's not real love. He should be ready to do it on his own. If not, don't pressure him to do it. So what I mean by that is when you pressure your significant other, then it becomes chaotic. Then it becomes toxic. Then it feels like he's not a man no more, because there's this constant nagging pressure and, expectations that he may not be willing to live up to. What you have to understand is that when that man is ready to settle down, he gonna settle down. If not, do not pressure it. Okay? Do not give him a timeline. Do not give him an ultimatum. If you don't marry me by 26, I'm leaving you, I'm taking this, I'm taking that, and I'm taking the table. Okay, cool. Well, you pressure him, you're going to convince him to do something and move at a pace that he's not used to moving at. Every man is different. He may be setting some things up in his life, and he's not ready to step fully in that space. Just because you're ready don't mean that he's ready. Okay? So the second thing is you don't want to press him, okay? You don't want to press him. You want to take your time. Now, another nugget I want to share is not every man loves the way you do. Okay? Not every man loves the way you do. And what I mean by that is that love and respect is two different things. See, as a man, we want respect rather than love, right? We need to hear our name called out. We need our ego stroked. We need to know that we holding it down as a man. We need to know that we're doing our part. And when you can stroke that and respect us, this is when we fall in love. But coming through the door, if you're expecting us to love you like you want to be loved, it's not going to happen. In most cases, most women don't even love themselves like they want to be loved. So I want you guys to understand that don't press a man because he's not doing the things that you feel that the way you should be loved. He loves in his own way, in his own time, right? He may have different love languages. So what you want to do, instead of working on the love, work on the respect with him. Spend some time with him and show him that, hey, I respect you. Hey, that was a great decision. Even though the woman still makes the majority of the decisions, are most often the lot smartest, make the best decisions, do all the small things, you still got to stroke his ego. It's just by nature. We're creatures, and even in, the jungle, the women do the hunting. When it's time to eat, the women go out and they go get the meal, right? And the men, they just protect the houses. They protect the women, but the women get up and go do the hunting, go do the killing, right? Most men are cowards, if you're looking at the animal nature. But anyway, we're here to protect. We're here to protect and provide, but the women go out there and make it happen. So understand that this is not a knock against women. It's just that you got to learn how to respect that man in your life so that he feels, appreciated. We like gifts and we like all that stuff. But when a woman speaks that into our life, that hey, I trust you. I trust your leadership. I love that decision. And you're just, reassuring us that we're the head of the household. So you don't want to go head to head with who's the man in the house. I ask you, hey, pass me that remote control. No, you pass me the remote control. Right? Like, I don't think all of that is necessary, but understand that even if you make more money, you have to make sure that man feels comfortable, in that relationship and is the head of that relationship. So another one I want to talk about today is, ladies, if you really want the edge and don't want to, what not to do wrong in a relationship, you want to understand that my last one is, you want them to understand what I want to say, peace of mind, right? A peace of mind. So what I mean by that is men would never run into fire, right? So if you're somebody that's always in toxic relationships, you're always on social media talking bad about somebody, your name is always brought up, we're not going to run into that. We want peace rather than pain. So what I want you guys to understand is that in our life at home, we don't want to argue. We don't want to go toe to toe with nobody. What we want when we get home is peace, right? And peace of mind will translate into every other area of our life. So if you can provide peace, you can really help us shift things in our life. So I just wanted to make sure I shared that you want to be a peacemaker, right? No matter what your man is going through, you want to be able to provide that peace. Now, my next topic, I don't know why I wanted to say Saturday so bad. My next topic is outside of peace, you want to be a asset, right? You want to be an asset. So what most men like is a woman that can be an asset, like she's a helpmate. So what not to do in a relationship is not, you don't want to be that woman that's not supportive, right? You don't want to be that woman that fights every move and every decision that he does, right? Sometimes you just gotta, even though you may be right, sometimes you gotta play the back seat and let us fall on our face, right? Let us fall on our face because our pride needs it. And it's a wake up call to make sure that, hey, I need to be listening to my queen. I need to be listening to my wife, my woman, my boo thing, right? So you don't want to, let him make them mistakes, let him make the mistakes, right? You want to be an asset, right? Be supportive of him. Let him take the lead. And sometimes if it does go wrong, and it will, nobody's perfect, that you can always pull him to the side and say, hey, babe, it's okay. But here's what we could have did, right? It's not what you do, it's how you do it, right? So in order to get your thought across, ladies, it's crazy that I got to say this, but, you really give us the ideas and we go out and go execute them, right? But then a lot of times the man takes the credit because of ego, right? But the woman, I got to give you guys your props. Y'all make a lot of the small decisions that take care of the big decisions. So we appreciate you guys for that, but understand that you don't want to go toe to toe for him with who has the best vision, right? Who's right or who's wrong, right? So you want to have that type of relationship with your guy. What you don't want to do in a relationship is not be a helpmate. You want to be supportive. So if he's somebody that likes golf, right? Find him some golf clubs, right? Find him a golf course. Take him out to mini golfing, right? Stroke that ego. Continue to stroke that ego. Buy him some bags, put his name on certain things like that. Get him some gloves, right? So do things of that nature that shows him you an asset, because there are certain women that's asking him for money and there's certain women that's going to help him get some money. So in our mind, it's common sense. It's logical. Do I want to deal with a woman that's going to help me make money, or do I want to deal with a woman that's asking me for money? Okay. So inside of your relationships, what you don't want to do is not be supportive. You always want to be supportive. Speak life into him. The number one gift for a woman is to look at our vision and turn it into tangible results. Can you speak life into that man, right? So peace of mind, being an asset builder, having respect, right? And then another good one is that, like I said, was, it's not in your time, it's in his time. Don't pressure a man, right? You definitely want to don't do that in a relationship. You don't want to pressure that man into making some decisions early on that he's not comfortable with, right? And then, from there, have fun, right? What you don't want to do in your relationships is make this all so serious, it's pressing. Men want best friends. We want the homie, right? Men love the homie. Somebody I can talk to, I can have fun with, I can take her around the guys. We can have some drinks. My parents love her. Like, it's just a homie all wrapped in one. She's a friend, right? So where there's no friendship, there's no relationship. And for men, we're big on friends. Like, who does she got me? Can she hold me down? Can she hold me accountable? Right? So ladies, that's the type of attitude you want to have as you're building, and taking your life to the next level with a man. So just a few things that you don't want to do in a relationship. I'm going to say them again. You don't want to pressure, right? Ladies, don't pressure the man. Let him figure it out on his own. You want to show him respect. Respect and love is two different things, okay? You want to make sure he has a peace of mind. Peace will lead to peace on every level in you guys' life, okay? Then you want to make sure you're an asset builder. You don't want to go head to head with him. You don't want to go toe for toe. So I just wanted to shoot this video today.